Take one, Puma Road again. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tap. I'm over here in Malibu again this lovely morning. As you can see, we're a pretty nice ocean background. Just got my card, and then the nice windy road over there. So I just want to talk about this road. You know, it's called Puma Road. There's a couple ways we came up, a couple ways you can come up and, you know, intersects. And we already talked about this in our other videos of Malibu, and if you haven't seen those, go look at the Malibu series. I'm probably gonna do about 15 roughly, I guessed. You know, kind of calculated, some intersect, and this being one of them. It starts off, or actually where I started off was Las Flores Canyon Road. So I started off there, came up. You can turn a couple different places, but I came up this way. It turns into Rambla Pacifico Street, and then it turns into Puma Road. I guess the way you come up can be different. It's a little different, you know, so roads are coming up and going down and turning sideways, turning this way. But again, I'll navigate all of them, and then I'll, you know, calculate where to come up. Coming up, you know, it is home area, you know, so I always say just be respectful. You know, if this was your home, you wouldn't want somebody just taking over the whole place and hauling ass constantly. So I always say, you know, smooth is fast, fast is smooth. I heard that a lot from the military, you know, so I just try to, you know, relay what we're going to be talking about again in all these videos is, you know, safety, driving techniques, views, you know, the roads themselves, conditions, you know, as far as people, cars, how many people are up here, you know. Coming up the mountain, there was a couple people walking up, so just be mindful. There's cyclists. I only found one this morning. Usually there's a couple of them, and we woke up this early. But yeah, you know, we had a great view, as you can see. You know, there's a little crest right here where you can, you know, pull off, and then the background is amazing. The roads, I mean, it's so nice to drive up towards the top, down below. They're a little bit more rough. You know, they're not the smoothest, but they're still in pretty good shape. And again, towards down, you know, I would take it a little bit more easier. There's more, I guess, houses and people's homes down here versus coming up. There's a little bit more of a spread out, you know, mansion here, mansion there, and then you can see, you know, the whole view up here too. Techniques, you know, I want to talk about techniques as far as, you know, driving habits, you know, staying in your lane. I always want to emphasize this. I see this all the time in music videos. I see it in like car videos, and, you know, it just gets a little frustrating because, you know, they're essentially, you know, of course, you know, if you have a close off track and you see like Mad Mike drifting the whole thing, it's completely different. But when it's a public road and you got people coming from the other side, and you might be the other person coming from the other side, then you got an idiot who comes on the other side and, you know, tries to almost causes an accident, or does get into an accident. So that's where it becomes dangerous. I always say, you know, stay in your lane and try to hit apex in your lane, and trying to stay in there. It's better than trying to go with the whole lane. And if you're up here, you're trying to chase someone, or someone's chasing you, practice good habits, you know, like why put yourself in the danger. This video and these videos don't always have to be about going all out, you know, having a so-called race car. I mean, you can have a minivan, a Geo Metro, and you can come up here and still enjoy the drive. This is going to be for people who enjoy drives. You know, this is going to be people who want to explore different places, who don't know necessarily where to go, and that's where I come in handy. And then that's why also I'm building a website. If it's not up yet, if it is, I'll put a link down below. Basically navigating all the places to go. Not only navigating, going through Google Maps and pointing out, okay, this is how you get here, this is where you're gonna go, this is where the scenes are at. But yeah, you know, it's a lot lot to do up here. You can come up here, you can relax, you know, you can take a good drive. For me, I'm not a big fan of car meets, even though I like them, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Drag racing's cool, but you know, going to straight line, there's not a lot of technique. You know, of course, some people might argue, well, you're launching, you're this and that. Well, once you have these paddle shifters and launch control, there's not much. Up here is a different game. Going flat out up here, it's completely different than going flat out in a straight line. Because if you go flat out, you can go off the mountain. So that's why I also want to practice good techniques and also build good drivers versus just posting out videos telling you come up here, have a great time, blah blah blah, and not talk about some of those aspects. Oh, getting a nice sunset. So yeah, I mean, Malibu, it's amazing. There's so many places to come up and drive and just have a great time and a great view at the same time.